Tribal society. Chenchu's tribal people. Though traditions and cultures vary from tribe to tribe, a tribal community generally has a council of elders that manages the affairs of the tribe. They meet regularly to discuss matters related to the welfare of the people. Mostly Tiawan Bils make their own artifacts like baskets, brooms, goblets, containers, pipes, etc. using natural materials like grass, bamboo, leaves, etc. Jewelry is an integral part of their adornments. Earlier they wore things made of flowers, leaves, grass, fibers, seeds and shells, but now they wear glass beads, metal bracelets and necklaces too. Music and dance is the lifeline of tribal society as it is the major means of recreation for them. A wide variety of musical instruments are played on their religious and agricultural festivals. Religion plays a major role in the lives of Tiawan Bils. It is generally based on elaborate rituals. Their cultures and traditions come from their religious beliefs. Most of the Tiawan Bils still worship the forces and resources of nature like the sun and soil. They offer the first fruit of a season to the deity of the forest. Animal sacrifice at the altar is also common among some tribes. Some trees like bo, neem, banyan, basil and shami are worshipped by tribal people and cutting them is banned. Saving forests. It is very important to conserve forests. Since the population of India is increasing rapidly, trees are being cut down in large numbers to meet the demands of growing population. As a result, very little area of forest cover is left in India. This has resulted in deforestation. This has also made it difficult for Tiawan Bils to protect their natural home. People have been cutting down forests for extraction of timber and other products. This has forced tribal communities to leave their homes and move to other areas to earn their livelihood. Tribal people find it difficult to adjust to urban culture as they remain emotionally attached to the forests. There is an urgent need to save forests. Both the government and the tribal communities are making efforts so that trees can be protected and the environment remains unharmed by human activities. Role of the government. The government has given the status of reserved forests and sanctuaries to some forest regions and cutting trees is not permitted there. The protection is further extended to the tribal people living in these areas who are allowed to live their lives there as per their own customs. To curb pollution, the government has marked some areas across towns and cities as green belts. Plants are grown in these belts or areas. The Government of India passed the Forest Rights Act in 2006. According to this act, all the people who have lived in forests for 75 or more years have the right to that land and its produce. A cooperative effort between the Forest Department and the local people of the forests has also been started as Joint Forest Management Scheme OFM. Under this scheme, local Tiawan Bils help in conserving forests and the Forest Department provides livelihood and shelter to them. During the monsoon, a week-long tree plantation festival called the Van Mahotsava is celebrated. A large number of trees are planted on this occasion all over the country. Under the social forestry program started by the government, people are encouraged to plant trees alongside roads, canals, vacant public land, etc. In the government-initiated program Tree for Every Child is encouraged to plant a tree and take care of it till it grows up. Role of tribal communities. Sacred groves are certain areas in forest TS which are considered sacred by Tiawan Bils. These groves have presiding deities, who are sometimes housed in temples. As a custom, no one is allowed to cut trees in these groves. People can pick up dead wood only. This way many rare herbs have been preserved over the years. Some of these sacred groves are Shipin in Himachal Pradesh, Binsar and Garnath in Uttarakhand, Sarnaz in Bihar, Devraj in Maharashtra, Oran in Rajasthan, Devkot in Madhya Pradesh, Lokintang in Meghalaya and Kavus in Kerala. The Bishnois are a tribal community of nature worshippers. They are found in Rajasthan. The Bishnois protect khejdi trees, which they consider sacred. Suryamani Bhagat started the Save the Forests of Jharkhand movement through Torang, which means jungle, in the Kuduk language. Torang is a cultural center in Jharkhand through which Suryamani works to save the forest where she lives and preserves her tribal culture with her community. At Torang, Suryamani teaches children about the Kuduk community, their culture and their folk songs. She also teaches them about herbs, medicines and the art of making things from bamboo. The Chipko movement started in the early 1970s as a protest against the destruction of forests in the Terai forests in Uttarakhand. Chipko means to hug the trees, and Andolan means movement in India. Thus, the Chipko Andolan literally means movement to hug the trees. The villagers hugged the trees and did not allow greedy contractors to cut them down. The movement gained momentum under the leadership of Sandalal Bahuguna, Chandi Prasad Bhatt and Gaura Devi. In India, the Chipko Andolan inspired many people's movements to conserve the environment. Some of them are the Appiko movement in Karnataka, the Narmada Bachao Andolan in Gujarat, the Chilka Lake agitation in Odisha. Plants from different countries. Though many plants have been growing in the forests of India for thousands of years, some of the plants that we see today have come from different parts of the world. For example, do you know that tea was first grown in China and it was brought to India much later? The tea plant is an evergreen plant and is grown in hills and mountains. The tea plant looks like bush with dark green leaves. Some other common plants that were brought to India from other countries are the potato from South America, the chinar tree from Iran, the eucalyptus tree from Australia, the banana plant from Southeast Asia. Quick review: forest is an area of land densely covered with trees. Evergreen forests, deciduous forests, coniferous forests, thorny forests and tidal forests are the different types of forests found in India. Forests provide us with many useful things. The tribal people who live in forests are called Tiavan Bials or Adivasis. The Santhals, the Gonds, the Bhils and the Chenchus are some tribal communities of India. Religion plays an important role in the lives of tribal people. The government has passed the Forest Rights Act and started the Joint Forest Management Scheme to conserve forests. It has also created green belts around cities. The Van Mahotsava is celebrated every year for a week. Sacred. Chapter 2. Plants and Food. All living things need food to survive. Human beings and animals get their food from plants or other animals, but all green plants produce their own food. Food for green plants. Green plants are also known as producers as they can make their own food by a process called photosynthesis. Plants take heat from sunlight, water and minerals from soil, carbon dioxide from the air and prepare food in their leaves. Green plants have a substance in them called chlorophyll, a green color pigment, which traps sunlight and prepares food. Some of this food is used to provide energy to the plant and the remaining food is stored in different parts of the plant. It is this food that is used for their survival by all the living things on the earth. सभी जीवित प्राणियों को जीवित रहने के लिए भोजन की आवश्यकता होती है. मनुष्य और जानवर अपना भोजन पौधों या अन्य जानवरों से प्राप्त करते हैं, लेकिन सभी हरे पौधे अपना भोजन स्वयं बनाते हैं. हरे पौधों के लिए भोजन. हरे पौधों को उत्पादक के रूप में भी जाना जाता है, क्योंकि वे प्रकाश संश्लेषण नामक प्रक्रिया द्वारा अपना भोजन स्वयं बना सकते हैं. पौधे सूर्य के प्रकाश से ऊष्मा, मिट्टी से पानी और खनिज, हवा से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेते हैं. और अपने पत्तों में भोजन तैयार करते हैं। हरे पौधों में क्लोरोफिल नामक एक पदार्थ होता है जो हरे रंग का वर्णक होता है, जो सूर्य के प्रकाश को फंसाता है और भोजन तैयार करता है। इस भोजन का कुछ हिस्सा पौधे को ऊर्जा प्रदान करने के लिए उपयोग किया जाता है और शेष भोजन पौधे के विभिन्न भागों में संग्रहित किया जाता है। यह वह भोजन है जिसका उपयोग पृथ्वी पर सभी जीवित प्राणी अपने अस्तित्व के लिए करते हैं। फूड फॉर non-green plants. Non-green plants are the plants that cannot make their own food as they do not have chlorophyll in their leaves. Some plants get their food from the decaying food matter or dead plants and animals. Parasitic plants cannot prepare their own food. They get their nutrition from other plants on which they grow. These plants get some or all of their sustenance from the host plants. Parasitic plants have a modified root that penetrates the host plants and connects to the xylem and the phloem of the host plants. The dodder plant and the Rafflesia plant are the examples of parasitic plants. गैरहरे पौधों के लिए भोजन। गैरहरे पौधे वे पौधे हैं जो अपना भोजन स्वयं नहीं बना सकते क्योंकि उनके पत्तों में क्लोरोफिल नहीं होता है। कुछ पौधे सड़ते हुए खाद्य पदार्थ या मृत पौधों और जानवरों से अपना भोजन प्राप्त करते हैं। परजीवी पौधे अपना भोजन स्वयं नहीं बना सकते। वे अपना पोषण दूसरे पौधों से प्राप्त करते हैं जिन पर वे उगते हैं। इन पौधों को अपना कुछ या सारा पोषण मेजबान पौधों से मिलता है। परजीवी पौधों में एक संशोधित जड़ होती है जो मेजबान पौधों में प्रवेश करती है और मेजबान पौधों के जाइलम और फ्लोएम से जुड़ती है। डोडर प्लांट और रैफ्लेशिया प्लांट परजीवी पौधों के उदाहरण हैं। Look at these white patches on bread. These are called molds. They are fungi. They are also non-green plants and they get their food from the decaying food matter because they cannot make their own food. Mushrooms also get their food from the host on which they grow. They cannot make their own food as they are non-green plants. Insectivorous plants. You must have read or heard about some plants that eat insects and small animals. These plants grow in the soils which are deficient in nitrogen. To meet their nitrogen needs, they attract insects and other animals with their fragrance and nectar and then trap them. कीटभक्षी पौधे। आपने कुछ ऐसे पौधों के बारे में पढ़ा या सुना होगा जो कीड़े और छोटे जानवर खाते हैं। ये पौधे ऐसी मिट्टी में उगते हैं जिसमें नाइट्रोजन की कमी होती है। अपनी नाइट्रोजन की जरूरतों को पूरा करने के लिए ये अपनी खुशबू और रस से कीड़ों और दूसरे जानवरों को अपनी ओर आकर्षित करते हैं और फिर उन्हें फंसा लेते हैं। The leaves of the sundew plant have tiny tentacles on them. Each tentacle has a drop of sticky fluid on it. When an insect sits on the leaf, it gets stuck to it and the tentacles quickly trap it. After consuming the insect, the tentacles open and the remains of the insect are thrown away. The Venus flytrap has leaves which are divided into two halves. They look like jaws. When an insect sits inside them, the two jaw-like halves close and the insect is trapped. The hollow leaves of the pitcher plant look like tiny pitchers. They are filled with nectar and attract insects. When an insect sits on the edge of a pitcher, the lid closes and the insect is trapped inside. The Utricularia captures small insects using its bladder-like traps. When the prey brushes against the trigger hair connected to the trapdoor automatically moves and the prey is swept into the bladder and the door closes. Bladderworts are found near the surface of ponds. They have underwater bladders in which they catch animals. The spikes of the plant are above the surface. When an animal touches the spikes, the door flies open and water rushes in carrying the trapped animal. Soon the animal dies and gets absorbed into the juices in the bladder. Food for animals. It is a known fact that the living world is interlinked through the process of obtaining food. All animals depend on plants for food directly or indirectly, as plants are the only living things in nature which can prepare their own food. Herbivores are the animals that eat only plants. They directly depend upon plants for food. Carnivores eat the flesh of herbivorous animals. Therefore, carnivorous animals too indirectly depend on plants for food. Omnivorous animals eat both plants and animals, so they also depend on plants. Food chain and food web. A food chain is the sequence of plants and animals in nature on the basis of their food habits. In a food chain, everyone is food for someone else. This way the energy in nature is never exhausted and it passes on from one level to the next level of organisms. At the bottom of the food chain are plants, since they start the chain as primary producers. Herbivorous animals that directly eat primary producers like goats, deer, cows, etc. are known as primary consumers. खाद्य श्रृंखला और खाद्य जाल. खाद्य श्रृंखला प्रकृति में पौधों और जानवरों का उनके भोजन की आदतों के आधार पर अनुक्रम है. खाद्य श्रृंखला में हर कोई किसी और के लिए भोजन है. इस तरह प्रकृति में ऊर्जा कभी समाप्त नहीं होती है और यह जीवों के एक स्तर से दूसरे स्तर तक जाती है. खाद्य श्रृंखला के निचले भाग में पौधे हैं, क्योंकि वे प्राथमिक उत्पादकों के रूप में श्रृंखला शुरू करते हैं. शाकाहारी जानवर जो सीधे प्राथमिक उत्पादकों जैसे बकरी, हिरण, गाय आदि को खाते हैं, उन्हें प्राथमिक उपभोक्ता के रूप में जाना जाता है.